The film star, who played Jesus in the great movie The Passion of the Christ, said he accepts parts in films he believes will bring the most souls to Christ. The actor reached this decision ever since God spoke to him while he was filming Mel Gibson's epic. The Christian Post reported that while filming the crucifixion scene, God drew close to him and said, "They don't love me. There are very few." In response, the actor told God, "Well, I'm going to love you, and I'm going to tell you that I love you. That's why our Lord is so alone. His creatures do not love him. And, he could force himself on us, but would that be love? I don't think so." The Catholic actor said he decided to profess his love for God in a public way, despite the repercussions. "I'm less afraid of terrorism than I am the media. Nonetheless, playing the roles he does is a privilege, and one that he is thankful for. I'm so blessed because I get to convey those stories, but do it in a way that I know can bring the most souls back to him, even those that don't believe." In early March, Jim met with students from Steubenville University and challenged them to strive for greatness and be saints. "You weren't made to fit in, my brothers and sisters. You were born to stand out. Set yourself apart from this corrupt generation. Be saints." The actor also urged the students to value the liberties that were won for them by their forefathers, and to preserve them. "I think it's high time now that we ask ourselves if we still even know the freedoms that were intended for us by our founding fathers. Every generation of Americans needs to know that freedom exists, not to do what you like, but having the right to do what you ought." Most recently, Jim co-starred in a faith-based film called Paul, Apostle of Christ, where the actor plays St. Luke, a colleague of Paul's and the author of the third Gospel account. The film focused on the end of Paul's life, at a time when Christians were facing severe persecution from the Roman Empire. Paul was in prison at the time, and soon afterward would give his life for Christ. Jim said that he hopes the movie will draw attention to the plight of persecuted Christians of the present day, who still suffer for their faith in Jesus. He said he is inspired by Christians, who, like Paul, sacrifice everything for their faith. "I saw Paul and Luke being like that they would go the extra mile. There's so many of us that are called, but few choose." In preparing to play the role of Luke, the actor said he prayed one simple prayer: "Lord, I don't want the world to see me, I want them to see you. You gotta get closer to me." It seems the supernatural world is always close to Jim. With Jim, it is as if there is a thin line between this world and the next world. An example of the mystical that follows the actor took place in the Holy Land in 2019. On May 4th, a large group of pilgrims including Jim's friend, Father Calloway, made the Stations of the Cross very early, then arrived at the tomb of Jesus Christ, a little after 6 a.m. Before the doors to the tomb were opened for the priests to enter, one of the pilgrims took a photo of the front of the tomb. The doors to the tomb were shut. Father Calloway was standing very close to the photographer who took the picture, and look at what came out in the photo. In the montage of pictures, the upper right shows what everyone was seeing that morning, the closed doors to the tomb. On the left is what came out in one of the photos taken that morning. On the lower right is an enhanced view of the miraculous photo. Jim was on that special trip to the Holy Land with Father Calloway and many lucky pilgrims. We can now believe that wherever Jim goes, we know that God goes with him and is nearby. God bless you, Jim, for all you do for our Mother Mary, her Son Jesus, and the Catholic Church.